This course is called Automotive Technology, more specifically Electric Vehicle Automotive Technology. Students, they're going to be learning how to do everything on cars, from doing an oil change, rotating tires, doing alignments, teach them how to take a transmission out of a vehicle and put it back in, diagnose check engine lights with scan tools. They are going to be learning how to work on vehicles with internal combustion engines. They're going to be learning how to work on hybrids. They're going to be learning how to work on electric vehicles like the Tesla behind me, Chevy Volt plug-in hybrids. You know, you're getting both systems in the vehicle. Electric vehicles or zero-emission vehicles are the way of the future. Electric vehicles, it's not new technology actually. It's been around for almost 150 years. 1888, the Flocken Electra wagon was the first true electric car. Why did we not, haven't we been using electric cars all throughout history? Big oil, capitalism, all of that. There's more money in oil than there was in electric vehicles and batteries. Once they get out of high school, they don't want to go on to college or go on to a trade school. They'll be able to go right into a dealership, whether it's local, Niamey, Steep Pawnee. If they wanted to move out of the area and go somewhere else, they'll be able to walk into a dealership and start as a C-Tech, B-Tech, high achievers, possibly even an A-Tech, which that's one step below the Master Tech. A way I would encourage young adults to get into automotive is you're going to be able to help people every day with their problems. You're going to make somebody's day go from a 0 to a 10. And seeing that look on people's face, that's why I got into automotive. Because if I'm able to help somebody, just one person each day, I'm going to make the community better. I'm going to make the industry better. I'm going to make myself feel a lot better. I am impressed and grateful for this opportunity that Utica School District, Proctor High School has given me. The fact that they invested this much into the trades, into CTE, and getting their hands-on in the industries, it blows me away. I can't put a price on that. I really can't.
In the pathway of construction, we're going to build from the ground up. The kids are going to learn how to do foundations, they're going to learn how to do block, concrete, and then we're going to go into framing. So they're going to learn how to frame from the walls, flooring, up to the roof, and they're going to learn all about it. They're also going to learn basic electrical, going to learn basic plumbing. We have some really cool new items that we can use to teach them how to rig up toilets and electrical systems and stuff like that. My goal is for them to be able to work on their own house eventually. That is my main goal. If they want to do construction afterwards, fantastic. I want them to be able to save money in their house and do things for themselves and learn that skill that they can use for the rest of their life. There's many benefits to learning how to do things for yourself. Learning how to fix things in your own house where you don't have to pay somebody to come into your house to fix the drywall, fix an outlet, fix your sink. To have the skill to do it yourself and be able to feel accomplished and say, I did that. That is my goal. I want kids to be able to look at something and say, I did that. I can fix that. Not only for themselves, for their families and stuff like that. To have that skill. It's a lost skill for the younger generations to be able to do things hands-on. A lot of them can watch videos and learn, but I want to bring in my classroom hands-on teaching where they can do it themselves, learn from it, and use it for the rest of their life. I think it's going to be real rewarding. We get the kids for 3 years versus BOCES for 2 years. 3 years, 10th, 11th, and 12th, I think we're going to get that stronger bond, and hopefully they'll be excited to come back each year to learn what's next. What are we learning this year? They're going to learn some kind of skill, and that's what we want to do here with the new CTE pathways, is to give these students a skill that they don't have or want to have. Or if they do have a skill, they can build on it. Whatever it is that we're learning at that time, we want to go and see the actual application in the real world. And that might open their eyes a little more than just being in a shop where we do it in a small scale. They'll get to see it in the big real life scale. To get kids involved, hopefully they see a need for it. I really try and push that they'll need this skill in their lives, and hopefully that's enough to pull them in.
So what we are doing here is we are teaching our students all about advanced manufacturing. So that is all about the current next generation types of manufacturing, how it's done with robots, how it's done with additives and subtractive manufacturing, so that's like 3D printing. We're teaching the kids all of those hard technical skills, but also the soft skills to get that job. How to show up on time, how to organize your time, how to show up as a real professional. So this class could take you in a whole lot of directions. If you are done with school and you want to get a job, you can immediately get a job at one of the surrounding manufacturing plants in this area. You know, you can go into semiconductors like what Wolfspeed has. You can also go into food manufacturing. We have all these plants in the area. So if a student wants to leave my class with that, they have a certificate, they have their diploma from the CTE program, and they can get working immediately. But you can also go in and go for an associate's or an advanced degree. My program involves aspects of electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, software engineering. It brings all those together. So a student can leave my class and follow any of those paths and find a future there. In my program, we are going to have opportunities for our students to go in and shadow and intern at some of the companies in our area. That's going to be through Future Rosies, which is done through MACNY and MVCC. One of my favorite things about being a teacher is taking complicated things and helping to explain how it's not that complicated, and it's actually a lot simpler than people make it out to be. So I find it really rewarding to work with these kids to realize that they have the potential to really accomplish anything that they put their hearts to, and that together we're going to break it down and we're going to take even the most advanced manufacturing, the most advanced technology, and make it into something that they can really grapple with and figure out. Manufacturing is an ever-changing world, and it always has been. Every generation you come through, there's brand new technologies, brand new expectations on what a worker does in the field. What we're doing now is we have these robots that are coming in. We need to prepare students to be able to program them, repair them, work with them. So we're preparing for that next generation of worker, and then what comes after that, I think these students are going to be in a position to figure that out and decide that for themselves. It's not really up to us to predict the future. We're just helping prepare students to figure out what that future is with us. One thing that is really cool about the CTE program is it gives opportunities both for students that are excelling to really take their education to the next level and get those experiences early that they otherwise would only have in the field or in college. But on the flip side of this, it also gives the opportunity for students that maybe aren't successful in a traditional classroom to get hands-on experience doing work in the classroom to find successes that maybe they weren't able to have before. So we're able to reach both the students that are already excelling and then the students who don't know how to excel yet and get them into a position where they really feel like they're self-actualizing.